What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Thema SWV music. So, guys, the lead attorney has been knocking him out the park. We're doing some great streams here in the Black YouTube sector, and the stream that he did yesterday was no different. And the lead attorney had a stream. It was called "Is April Mason Right? Black Women, Black Men, and Dark Feminine Energy." And what's typical of the lead attorney's show is he allows different content creators to come up and talk and give their opinion. But one content creator came that was unexpected. The one and only Kevin Samuels. You might know him as The Godfather. And The Godfather came up and talked to the lead attorney because he has recently blown up in the last 8 to 9 months. He's new to the space. He's new to the Manosphere community. He doesn't know the history of April Mason, but Kevin Samuels does. And he explains why a lot of people are skeptical of, especially in the Black Manosphere, of female content creators who have history of switching their positions. What do we mean by this? Let's go back, Dima. Rewind! 2019, Cynthia Lorette Collier faces charges of filing a false report of a crime. Now, who is that? This is the cousin of April Mason. And what did she do? In 2019, she said that she was gonna be abducted by 3 men at a Circle K store in East Point. And you see there's a video here, if you can play it in the background. She's trying to basically lie and say that these 3 guys tried to abduct her. But when they played the video, we found out that was a lie. Demon, can I get a game over sound effect? So around that time, April Mason came on and like babbling her mouth. Demon, like, give me like some babbling sounds in the background. And she was saying stuff like, "Angry music, you black men, y'all left my cousin in Atlanta. I get followed and I get abducted. Y'all don't protect nobody." Well, we looked and we found out that that was a lie, okay? That April Mason was lied to by her cousin, and that April Mason also doubled down on the lie. And this is the reason why in 2019, I made this video that you're seeing in the background called what? April Mason lied about her cousin being abducted, all right? This is it here. April Mason lied about her cousin being abducted. Liars don't get protection. But if you don't believe me, I want you to hear Kevin Samuels talk about it himself, since he was there at the same time when it happened, and he'll explain it. Dima, play that clip.
You know, whatever iteration of the manosphere, the Black Manosphere you want to say we're in right now, there was content creators, female content creators who were just on the other side. April Mason was one of them. Like you said, for a better part of 10 years, she's been making content for women. And one of the things that I think, because you're a new guy and you open your platform, you let everybody come up. I understand what you're doing. You have to be diplomatic and let people, because you got to be neutral.
Yeah.
And what I think I'm starting to see is people, your platform, you're not a small content creator. So people who already have well-established content profiles will come over here when they would never, ever go over into the Thunderdome or any of these other platforms, because they would have to speak about their evolution or their change. Someone would bring it up. Like, right. So when you couldn't understand what was going on in the contents in the comment section, I think your reaction was kind of like, "Hey, what I'm getting from the comment section is completely different than what I'm seeing." Well, it's because they saw April Mason a year or so ago basically hold black men to task on a false allegation that her cousin put out. And that's been well documented. And instead of coming back and saying, "Hey guys, my cousin did such and so forth, and I was in my car and I got a little heated and I, blah, blah, blah. No, she doubled and tripled down to the fact that where she brought guys onto her platform to pretty much admonish us men. So that's how a lot of guys kind of were looking at the content, from what I understand. Now, when she did put out the thing where she said she quit, we understood that. We were like, yeah, all right, cool.
Right.
And it was kind of like something we had seen previously when another person quit, and she basically said, well, I'm not doing this anymore, so I can tell all the truth. And that's what everybody was like, okay, so people know what's going on.
Right.
But when she was on your platform, it was almost like, oh, so now you're back to where you were a minute ago. And the thing, and I say, cool, but the notion that, I think, who was it earlier? The whole dopeness, I'm like, different.
Give Kevin a round of applause for that. Now, if ladies in this space are getting certain levels of hatred, ladies like Melanie King Official, Dynika Marie, who's never, ever had a problem over here, Pink Book Lessons. If people give them shade for no reason, well, not that this is necessary or right, but if you kind of look at what April Mason did, she actually never apologized for what she did, then came back to her initial talking points and is now trying to be cool with those black men that she accused of trying to abduct her cousin, and now trying to be cool with them at the same time complaining about black women. Now, if we want to talk about unaccountability, and while April Mason, when she said that she didn't want to deal with black women as dating coaches anymore, that I can understand that, and that's cool. But see, here's the situation. April Mason has never apologized to the black male community in person or in Atlanta or online for the disparaging remarks she made against us for her cousin who lied and got arrested. If you don't believe me, look at that. Look at the link there. She was arrested, okay, for filing a false report of a crime. She actually surrendered to authorities on Thursday. There was never an apology from April Mason about it. Yet April Mason is the same lady talking about black women are unaccountable. She's one of them. And Kevin Samuel just explained it. And so I think that a lot of the ladies that come over here who have no history of, doing this, like the content creators I've mentioned, they pay somewhat of a price because of the inconsistencies that people like April Mason have, and that shows not just, a personal problem, but it shows a character problem. That's bad character. It's you can say what you want. It's bad character, okay? And if you go out and you accuse people of something that they didn't do, and you attack a whole group of men for not protecting your cousin who lied, and you never apologized for it, that's terrible. But see, the lead attorney wouldn't know that, okay? And which is why Kevin Samuel said it would have been very interesting if they would have came on the show at the same time, because that's what he would have been dealing with. He'd have been dealing with that perspective. This is why I think a lot of black men don't trust a lot of sisters in the space, or trying to offer services to black men. And this is what I would kind of, and I kind of understand it from a certain perspective, but April Mason still has never apologized to black men for what she did and upholding a lie. And I think that's unfortunate. But what do you say for people that don't have bad character? You expect these things from them. And that's exactly what's going on. It was going on in 2019, just 2 years ago, when she did this. Okay? So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment pinned to the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.